Hi, I'm Brad from Ocean Hunter, and today we're going to be going through a few tips for getting your gun ready before you go out for a dive on the weekend. After winter, a lot of us have had our guns hanging around at home for a while, so it's important to check that it's all up to scratch and working before you get in the water. Not only for your safety, but also to ensure that when you shoot that fish of a lifetime, that all your gear's up to scratch and not going to fail on you. Now at Ocean Hunter, we offer all the materials and tools to fix and repair spear guns yourself, or you can always bring it into the store and our staff will fix it up for you. As a bit of an example, we've got a Freediver's Snapper 120 gun that we're going to be using. So firstly, we're going to be looking at the rubbers, which are obviously the bit that propels your shaft. Now the rubber is probably the most perishable material on a spear gun. Just the fact of being out in the salt water and in the sun for extended periods, they just will deteriorate over time. So how you can check that your rubbers are either deteriorated or good to go is just by giving them a look over. So mainly up by the wishbone is where they will perish first. So you can just have a look and make sure there are no cracks. Like you'll see this one here, full of big cracks, full of holes, probably going to break on you after a couple more loads. So it's about time to think about replacing that one. So you'll see this rubber here isn't quite as perished as the last one, but you still see signs of cracking and fading. So this one will last you a little bit longer, but it's a good idea to have a spare. Whereas if we go and look at a brand new rubber, you'll see that there's no cracks, nice and smooth, solid color, and you know that one's going to last for a wee while longer and not going to break on you while you're out in the water. But it is a good idea to have some spare rubbers in your dive bag for when you're out in the water, just in case you do break one, you can just replace it and keep sparing. Now the second thing we're going to look at is the bungee, which is the bit that connects your shooting line to your gun. Now these are also made out of some rubber materials, so they will deteriorate as well. Again, just give it a check, make sure there are no big nicks or cracks in it, and make sure that it's still got plenty of stretch in it. And so thirdly, we're going to be looking at our mono. So our mono is our shooting line which connects our shaft to our gun. So it's important that this is in good nick as well, because if you shoot a fish with damaged mono, the fish is likely to break off and you'll lose it. So you just want to check over your mono, make sure there are no nicks or big kinks or any damage to it. If there are any big kinks or nicks, really cheap, really easy to replace, so that's not a biggie. It's always important to have good mono. Now lastly, we're going to be looking at the shaft. So shaft is obviously a major component of the spear gun. It's important to make sure that firstly your shaft's straight. So you can check this by holding your shaft out, looking down the line of it and just rotating it. If it is bent, like you'll see on this one, you'll notice a big kink down the middle of it and it won't rotate smoothly. You also don't want a shaft with too much corrosion on it. A little bit of corrosion is okay, but once your shaft sort of starts looking like this one, it's probably time for an upgrade. And lastly, on our shaft, you want to check that your barb is working correctly. If it's all corroded and really stiff, then it's not going to engage properly when you shoot a fish. So you want it to be nice and free and easy moving. So those are the main components on a spear gun that you want to check in good working order before you go out for a dive. Not only for your safety, but also to ensure that when you shoot a fish, you're not going to lose it. And yeah, as I said, come to Ocean Hunter if you've got any questions or want us to fix up anything on your gun. Otherwise, we sell all the materials and tools ready to do it yourself and get it ready for summer. Cheers.